आज के इस एनालिसिस में we're tackling a massive roadblock that pretty much every single student faces. I mean, if you're prepping for JEE, NEET, or honestly any major exam, you already know NCERT books are your absolute holy grail. But here's the kicker. Are you actually reading them right? Probably not. Today's explainer is all about uncovering the hidden, game-changing reading strategies that top rankers are actually using behind closed doors. Okay, let's dive into this and see what exactly sets a topper apart from the rest of the pack.
First up, a kind of blunt, maybe even frustrating question. Why are your marks so low? Seriously, you're putting in the hours, right? You're giving it your full dedication, sacrificing your weekends, missing out on fun, and yet the results just do not match your expectations at all. Well, our source material points out a really harsh truth here. The problem? It isn't your work ethic. Your hard work is totally fine. The actual problem is that you are reading NCERT completely, utterly wrong. That one fundamental error is exactly why all that blood, sweat, and tears fall short on exam day.
This issue becomes incredibly clear when we just contrast two very different approaches. You see, an average student usually cracks open their NCERT book and just blindly starts reading from page 1. They're basically hoping to absorb everything through sheer willpower and a couple of highlighters. But our source reveals that toppers simply do not operate this way. Not at all. Instead, they build a highly structured system using 3 specific hacks. So let's break down exactly what these hacks are and how you can apply them to literally flip the script on your entire study routine.
So the crucial point is, directly mat putto. Do not read it directly. This is our first and probably most unexpected hack. I know, it sounds totally counterintuitive, right? Telling a dedicated, hardworking student not to just open the book and read. But listen, there's some really deep logic here. When you dive headfirst into a complex new chapter without any kind of foundation, the sheer volume of new information is going to cause a massive cognitive overload. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. Starting blindly without any context is a huge mistake that just completely drains your mental energy before you even get to the good stuff.
Okay, so if you shouldn't read directly, what's the alternative? Well, before you even think about starting the main text, you need to get a bird's eye view, an overview of the chapter. Our source suggests 2 highly practical methods for this. Number 1, watch some educational YouTube videos on the topic. Just get the gist of it. Or, number 2, read some concise chapter summaries. Actually, scratch that. Doing both might even be better. This pre-reading activity builds a basic mental map in your brain. So when you finally do hit the actual textbook, you already know what's coming. And that massively boosts both your core understanding and your reading speed.
And this brilliantly illustrates our second hack. Absolutely do not try to conquer the whole chapter all at once. The source explicitly advises dividing the text into smaller, much more manageable parts. Think about it. Reading a super long, dense chapter in one single sitting is basically a one-way ticket to severe mental fatigue. It completely kills your concentration. But when you break that exact same chapter down into bite-sized, digestible pieces, your brain can deeply focus on just one concept at a time without feeling totally overwhelmed. It's like eating an elephant. You gotta do it one bite at a time.
All right, and now we arrive at the step that creates the absolute biggest impact. Hack number 3. Our source material specifically highlights this as the single most crucial piece of the entire puzzle. I mean, while the first 2 hacks help you smoothly enter the chapter and, manage your mental energy, this third hack, this is the one that actually converts all that gathered knowledge into real, tangible, testable marks on your final exam. This is where the magic happens.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the exact word-for-word formula our source provides. NCERT padne ke saath-saath chapter ke questions ko bhi solve karo, meaning you absolutely must solve chapter questions alongside reading the text. Look, just passively reading theory, it's simply not enough anymore. Do not limit your study sessions to just absorbing long paragraphs like you're reading a novel. The most important step you can take is to solve questions immediately after reading a section. Why? Because this approach literally forces your brain into active recall mode, practically locking those new concepts straight into your permanent memory.
Okay, let's quickly summarize all these powerful insights into a crystal clear playbook that you can literally start using today. Just remember this simple 3-step strategy. Step 1, get an overview. Remember, don't open the book directly. Get a baseline from a quick video or a summary first. Step 2, break it into parts. Take away the crazy pressure of reading it all at once by dividing the chapter logically. And finally, step 3, solve questions. Practice immediately alongside reading the theory. I promise you, cycling through these 3 steps is going to elevate your preparation to an entirely new level. But hey, all this new knowledge is totally useless unless you actually implement it, right? In today's explainer, we've really seen how small, highly structured changes to your approach can create a literal night and day difference in your results. So I'm going to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Which chapter will you conquer today using these hacks? Seriously, pick one right now. Apply these 3 steps to your very next NCRT reading session and just feel the difference for yourself. You've got this. Happy studying.